Now, your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
All right, just going to let you know that you can continue to see that live stream on our Facebook page. You can go to Facebook, and the live stream is continuing with the president. But locally here, we are talking about the weather, which shows our Gibson City Area Hospital came over for the roofing dugout net with a little bit of sunshine, trying to peek through here tonight. We've got clouds that are returning across the area, so be on the lookout for that, and eventually maybe some rain and thunderstorms returning over the next couple of days. But boy, it's been nice with the temperatures here in the upper 60s and near 70 degrees in several areas. Again, we will come back and talk about those thunderstorm chances coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Champaign County has its first COVID-19 related death. We'll tell you what we know about the person who died.
A second senior living facility in one city has an outbreak of COVID-19. We have the details. And plasma donations are needed, but not just from anyone. Why centers want people who've had the coronavirus.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Good evening. I'm Jennifer Roscoe. A man in Champaign County has died from the coronavirus. This marks the first COVID-19 related death in that county. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is outside the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District. So, Jennifer, what can you tell us about this?
Jennifer, the health district says this was a man in his 80s. Officials also say that he had underlying health conditions in addition to contracting that virus. Other than those details, no other information is being released about this case. Health experts continue to ask everyone to obey the stay-at-home order and only go out if absolutely necessary. Officials are also asking people to take social distancing of 6 feet or more seriously and practice it at all times. This is the key to slowing down the spread of this deadly virus. To remind you, the most recent information on coronavirus in Champaign County shows 63 total confirmed cases. 8 people have been hospitalized so far, and 22 people have recovered. Live in Champaign, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jennifer, thank you. Now, on top of that, the Department of Public Health announced another 1,000 cases throughout the state. That includes 33 deaths, and it brings the total number of cases to 12,262 and 307 deaths. In central Illinois, Coles County is reporting its first confirmed case. There are also 2 more cases in Macon County, bringing the total there to 10. Ford County now has 2 confirmed cases, and Moultrie County has its second one. Taylorville is experiencing its second coronavirus outbreak in a senior citizen facility. This comes 1 week after the first cases linked to a different senior apartment complex in the city were announced. 3 patients from that facility died. So far, emergency managers confirmed 3 residents at the Parker Glen Apartments in Taylorville have tested positive. But leaders say they're very concerned about the way the virus is spreading around the city. The complex is under quarantine right now. Staff members aren't allowing visitors of any kind to enter the building. Emergency managers say last night letters establishing the quarantine and masks were delivered to everyone who lives there. The quarantine will last for 14 days, but residents are still allowed to leave the facility with masks on if they have doctor's appointments. Christian County's public health managers say they're still investigating where the 3 infected residents have been, but they say the whole city should be on guard.
That's really what we want to strongly encourage, that basically everybody, when they come into contact or hopefully not close contact, they just need to assume that everybody has the virus and they don't want to catch it.
Now, part of the investigation includes the source. Where did they pick up the illness? While the department says they are still looking at that, they say as of right now they don't know any connection between the seniors there and the Rolling Meadows complex just 6 minutes away. We have an update now on the doctor. who wanted that drive-through clinic. He is now suing the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District. Dr. Tom Plura runs the Campus Town Urgent Care in Champaign. He was going to oversee drive-through testing at the First Christian Church, but the church shut it down before it could start under advice from health officials. Now he's filing a lawsuit under the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. It says patients have the right to a test if a provider is willing to give one. We've reached out to the Public Health District and are waiting to hear back. We've heard a lot about a need for all types of blood donations right now. Now blood centers are asking for a very specific kind to help COVID-19 patients. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting has more.
Anyone who has recovered from COVID-19 has developed antibodies that could help someone else fight it. That's why the Community Blood Center in Urbana is asking for them to donate plasma. While there's no cure or vaccine for COVID-19, plasma with antibodies is a huge help to any patients. Antibodies are made by your immune system when you fight off a bacteria or virus. They can only be found in plasma.
The patient who is currently fighting the infection and could be in very severe condition isn't yet producing antibodies, but those antibodies could come from someone who's recovered from the infection. So that's what we're able to provide with this process.
Former COVID patients looking to donate plasma need to be cleared by their doctor. They need to have had a confirmed case of COVID-19 and also be referred by a doctor once they've recovered. Anyone who wants to give will need to be symptom-free for at least 14 days before donating. Reporting in Urbana, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Again, many of the donors will need to be at least 28 days symptom-free before giving. They'll likely have even more antibodies in their plasma than someone just 14 days out. A worker at the Danville Correctional Center tested positive for COVID-19. Officials say the test came back Friday and the prison was put on a lockdown. That means no movement around the building is allowed except to get medical help. All Illinois prisons are under quarantine. No in-person visits are allowed. In other news now, Champaign, Decatur, and Danville police are all investigating separate shootings. The one in Champaign happened near Bellefontaine and Market Streets around 12:30 this afternoon. Police say a 32-year-old man was outside a home when a person on a bike rode up to the alley behind the home and started shooting. The man was shot in the leg. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. Police don't have a suspect. The man wanted in connection to a deadly shooting in Decatur has turned himself in. 36-year-old Devin Slater was pronounced dead at the scene after getting shot near the corner of Dennis and Wood Streets. There was an arrest warrant out for Bryant Bunch. He turned himself in to the Macon County Sheriff's Office today. He was wanted for murder. Neighbors who were home when the shooting happened say they hope for peace for everyone involved.
It's scary for us, but I can't imagine how devastating it is for them. I just can't even imagine. So I hope that, they can feel safe in their home.
Police say this wasn't a random act and it is not believed to be gang related. Over in Danville, police are investigating after an 18-year-old was shot in the chest last night. That happened near Franklin and Woodbury. Officers found evidence that the shooting happened in the alley behind a house. Investigators learned there was a party and the victim was standing outside when he was shot. They don't have any information about a suspect right now. If you know any information, call Crime Stoppers at the number there on your screen. Coronavirus can live on surfaces for hours. Now, one company is making sure first responders are protected from that. Plus, we are winding down to the end of the school year, yet one district is starting to hand out school supplies. How you can make sure your kids are getting the most out of learning from home.